Last week I was in Ontario looking at one of the newest custom prefab homes in the country, and people wanted to know why it isn't available south of the border. Newsflash, it is. During my visit, I got to talking with the builder Jonathan to find out more about how they built it and why, for the people out there who want to hear from those building the homes. I should really have a clever name for this type of segment, but here we are. Feel free to drop ideas in the comments. Back to Wolfe Island. All right, I'm back with Jonathan. It's been about a year since I was over in Nova Scotia.
Almost exactly. Yeah.
I texted you to see what you had going on, and you told me about this Sitka that we're standing in front of on Wolfe Island here. So I was on your website. I went under Sitka. There's nothing that looks like this on there. So what are we looking at?
Yeah, this one's unique. It looks like a Sitka in a lot of ways. We've still got the open joint, wide plank, solid Western red cedar boards all the way around it. One of the most distinct differences, though, is we burnt all the siding. It's called Soshigiban. The Japanese started using that technique a long time ago, partly to preserve the wood, partly to fireproof the wood, and also looks pretty awesome. Badass. It's a nice looking house. We're looking at the guest wing. There's each a bedroom. There's a coffee station in the middle. There's a link that connects the Sitka Haikuboid to the guest wing, and it's actually clad in Corten.
Yeah.
So it'll have some pop once it starts to weather. It's going to take on that rusty kind of terracotta look that Corten does.
Sweet. So one of the things people have been asking for in the comments is to hear from the builders, and you've been building for, I don't know, 20 plus years, maybe more.
Yeah.
So I thought we could walk around and you could talk about, first of all, what you've built, why you built it, and then get into some of the details that maybe I might not have.
I would love to do that.
Let's do it. How many days ago did you guys arrive here?
Yeah, well, roll it back a few more days. We left a week ago from Nova Scotia. It took us 2 days to get to Kingston, spent the night there. Had to get up really early to get through Kingston. We were a 400 feet long convoy, right? We had all those pieces and all the trucks and everything involved and the escorts. So we had to sneak right through downtown Kingston, get on the first ferry we could. And so we were here Thursday, unloaded and started assembling. And then we've been working on the place since Friday. Here it is Tuesday morning, and we're just putting finishing touches on.
That's a fast setup.
Oh yeah, place is ready to operate. You could have water, power, anything you want in there right now. Ready to live in.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So coming up on the black on black Soshigiban, the site crew did an awesome job. Nice square columns, which we like. You can leave them exposed. They look beautiful, very intentional. Open joint. We've got a rain screen in behind there. We've got a UV and sort of fireproof air barrier on there as well. This is kind of wraps up our assembly. This house is also wrapped in foam, which isn't always our practice, but we do tailor every home to its destination. We adjust to the code that's relevant at the destination, which it could include things like thermal values. It could be the windows, the thermal values of the windows. It could also be seismic loading if you're in a mountainous region. It could be wind loading if you're in a hurricane area. Rain load, snow load. All these things are micro adjusted. And that's something you'll never notice when we deliver the home, but it's all kind of inherent in the design when we know where we're shipping to.
So they all look the same from the outside, but one might have a way higher snow load. For example, you're talking about the one you're taking to Colorado in about a month.
Yeah. So, in Nova Scotia, it's 45 pounds per square foot. In Grand Mesa in Colorado, it's 135 pounds per square foot.
Wow.
It's a completely different roof structure.
Right.
The house look identical, but the way we build it is quite drastically different.
Big thank you to my favorite wireless provider, Mint, for sponsoring this video. Listen, I like a deal as much as the next guy, but I'm not going to spend days sniffing out the subtle intricacies of every promo out there. It has to be easy. No hoops, no BS. When Mint Mobile said it was easy to get wireless for $15 a month with the purchase of a 3-month plan, I called them on it. Sure enough, it really is that easy to get wireless for $15 a month. One of the reasons they're able to do that is they don't have retail stores or salespeople filling said stores. By cutting out overhead associated with traditional retail, they can make things easier for customers. On top of that, all plans include unlimited talk, text, and data on the nation's largest 5G network, plus free calling to Mexico and Canada, and hotspot tethering is included. I haven't had a reason to call Mexico just yet, but when I do, I'm ready. I switched my plan over to Mint about 10 months ago, and one of the things that took a bit of getting used to was the simplicity. What you see really is what you get. It's very easy to find out exactly what you're getting and how much you're paying. They won't try to confuse you with corporate jargon and will even tell you if you should be paying less. Find out for yourself. All of their plans come with a 7-day unconditional money-back guarantee. At the link below, new customers can get the unlimited plan for only $15 a month for the first 3 months. Check it out.
So we are standing in the social core of the haiku. This is what, where everything starts. We've got a board form concrete tile we buy out of Calgary, Bosch appliances. You can get an oven. You can go electric. You can go induction. Of course, our fridge, our freezer, concealed. Dishwasher, if they go with that option, is also concealed. We do stick with Delta on the plumbing fixtures, which you'll really appreciate if you ever use them. So this is very intentional. We're allowing a lot of airflow and natural light. We're filtering the light with these louvers. They're fixed. We're also it's an opportunity to celebrate woodworking, and with all this glass, there's a lot of opportunity for light to filter through the home, which you'll really value. This home has been adjusted a little bit for more full-time living. You've been in our other haiku. The typical bedroom layout is very, very complete, but it is sort of set up for your weekender. You got your luggage storage, you got your small closets, you don't really have a dresser, you have these little end tables, but if you come inside this one, you'll see we've created just more of a full-time living feel. So this will be your king-size frame here. These windows we've added, typically there's no windows in this corner. The bed's often oriented out the door at that fantastic view. These guys have also added some cool accessories. This is a birch box drum. Also furniture that you can sit on. So you can play it, you can sit on it. You can use it as an end table. But people often will sit on it and play it. You get a lot of snap out of that. Yeah, we make them. Western red cedar shoe racks in here. And this cool little bench seat. Beautifully balanced. Storage, end table. Often sits at the front door.
Awesome.
Drawers under the bed. We don't have power yet, but this is an LED gold light strip, dimmable. Cool. Everything's dimmable. The light fixtures are all LED, dimmable. Another really cool feature. You know what? I'll take you to the flex room and I'll show you this. These lights allow you to mood adjust your home. Magnetic covers, temperature control. This dial will take you from a beautiful, soft amber glow right up to a bright white, and quite a few in between that range. So we're looking at, in the home, concealed venting throughout the ceilings. These are the mechanical air exchange distribution vent ends, so we're bringing in fresh air. We're harvesting the energy off of the old air we exhaust, and then we're distributing the fresh air into the habitable spaces. We're also going to exhaust passively, consistently from wet areas, so over the range, in the bathrooms, in the laundry area. Speaking of bathrooms, it's going to be a little dark in here because we're not plugged in yet. Typical haiku layout. I could add some light. I don't know how that's going to play. Looks pretty good. Yeah, good.
Yeah, we're good.
And so these folks have done a few things different. We eliminated this loft that is typical with a haiku.
Oh yeah.
Right? In lieu of more storage.
Right.
We do have a mechanical room here, water distribution points. That's the boiler. And this is all just storage, all the way to the ceiling here. Now, you've been in the loft before. I think
Yes.
you've even stayed in the loft before.
I have.
So coming into here, this is actually would be the front door. That it's a covered entry, which is kind of nice as well. So you get here during the rainstorm. You step out on the roof there. or underneath the roof. And storage.
Very nice. Look at that.
Hanging storage.
So is this the mud pod that you're standing in right now?
This is a version of the mud pod. This is original. We've never done one like this before. This was offsetting the entries, which is not typical. We'll often align the entry with like the passageway to the guest wing. That way we've added a bathroom probably that's easier for a guest to get to. But because of this property and the way that they intend to use this, you know, they want to allow for the occupants of the primary bedroom to have a lot of separation from the occupants in the guest wing. So they're not necessarily going to be the same family, or there might be different generations of the same family. So this offset was designed specifically for this project. And in keeping with, you know, that sort of options for isolation, we've got a little coffee bar here for these occupants. So when they get up in the morning, they can make coffee, they can hang out in their room. These rooms are awesome. They're incredibly efficient. We're at as you notice, a much lower ceiling. We're only 12 feet wide. This is the best, like most economical guest wing we can ship because we're not wide and we're not tall. And so we've opened up a range of different shipping vehicles we can use. We don't need permits. We can use annual permits, and we don't need escorts in most areas. So shipping becomes really efficient. We have a little bit of, we got natural birch on the floor and the ceilings, natural birch when you look inside the cabinetry as well, and more of the Western red cedar shoe
Very
racks.
nice.
Yeah. So this bedroom's identical. Now they'll likely do bunk beds in the one, and we have offered as well the opportunity to have these more of a studio setup. You can make a desk, a built-in desk with a sliding door where you can lock off the desk when you have guests staying here. So you can leave yourself set up. So there's all that versatility if maybe you don't always have people, but you do need somewhere private to go. We could have separated these two bedrooms with a bathroom, with a media room and a bathroom. So there's quite a bit of flexibility. To us, it's all modules within modules, and we can still be really efficient and offer our customers all that flexibility. And so you'll notice that we don't list price on a lot of the expansions, although we do present a few. And the idea is that we're always going to adapt these expansions to your family. Also critical, these homes are always ready for the expansion. So you don't need to buy them now. You can buy this guest wing in years from now, and all the services are right there. There's no renovation to the original house. We just click it together, pull some wall panels off from the outside, and then just pull the services through, and we keep on going.
That's a great idea. Huh.
Yeah, it makes it easy for you to buy the property you want now, invest into the infrastructure, spend your money on quality, and instead of trying to do everything big at once, right? And you can add that later. Maybe you pay the mortgage down, maybe you get a raise, maybe you just don't need it yet because you know, you don't have that many people in the house.
That's very smart.
Yeah. Laundry.
It's a big one for people right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you can do direct vent. We supply Bosch. People have supplied their own. As long as we know the specs, then we can set you up. It's hard to beat the value though. Bosch has one of the largest after-sales service ranges in all of North America, which is one of the reasons they're our favorite partner.
Good call. Awesome. Well, I know you've got a client walkthrough coming up shortly, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. Any last comments you want to make before we wrap this up?
Kind of put me on the spot here, Carrie, you know?
Always do.
No, I mean, it's really good to see you. I'm glad you fit this in. Been enjoying following you on all your journeys, and it's been motivating too to see what everybody else out there is doing. You know, we are us modular builders, whether we're boutique like Lloyoll Prefabs or much larger in scale, we are the future of residential construction for sure. This is where efficiency, you know, can meet craft or can just meet volume, but it's in this setting. So it's great following you around, seeing what everyone else is doing.
This was awesome to see.